today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football.
Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 51 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
From the 29, here's second down and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Herbert powering up the middle. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. This is Homer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited on that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
A handoff for Herbert.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Herbert once more.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Herbert is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Herbert.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers...
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fends him off.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Touchdown Bears! DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. That's complete to Mooney. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as a tackle made up at the 48-yard line.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now Herbert.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run this with Homer. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore.
And it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! Equanimeous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quick.
Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10.
This is Herbert. Down to about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
They'll go again with Herbert. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners. taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
St. Brown in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run. It's Herbert.
Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.